So, welcome to this not live stream. YouTube don't let me record live, so I just recording it right now and giving you a quick stock market update because again we had a turbulent day today, and when we are looking first on the market right now, as of this moment, we are at the Dow Jones at around 20,042 points. Now, this is quite sensational, or actually in this market, it's nothing sensational or nothing special, because if we are looking at this market, we started today at 19,000. I don't know if you can see that. 19,200 or 19,500, and we went up to almost 4.5% intraday. Okay. Moreover, S&P up 1%, Apple up 0.5%, Boeing minus 1.5%. Big winner today is, for example, Disney, the content powerhouse, which we will talk about in a minute as well, 7.64%. Also, we are looking at Tesla plus 21%. Now, this is the market. I just want to give you just a break up what we will talk about today. So the market we just talked about, we'll talk about the Trump daily press conference from his task force. And I want to talk about the bottom of the stock market right now, as well as obviously which stocks to buy. Then we will talk about the cases, and tomorrow, the last day of this crazy week. So let's talk about the press conference of Trump. I have the feeling that today was nothing major announced, like no bigger stimulus, no news or big news on the front. He mentioned two drugs. One was Remdesivir. I don't know the name exactly, but if you look it up on my Instagram, I posted this about a week ago. I already saw the potential of this drug. So it's a new drug by Gilead Science. That's why the stock of Gilead Science also jumping that much recently. Also chloros. I don't have the right name here, but definitely you will find it in the description. It's also a drug that is already there for malaria and seems to work for this virus as well. Moreover, it's in the talks that hotels and the cruise ships offered to be temporary hospitals, and Trump want to speak with the states if this would be helpful. This will be ridiculous. These companies don't have business, but who will go on a cruise ship or in a hotel that actually hosted thousands of coronavirus patients? Something to think about, maybe. Let's talk about the bottom, because this is something that everybody out there want to predict. Obviously, it's impossible, and today or every day I'm watching and researching for you guys as well about top traders that I know, people, CNBC, all the major news to find this bit of pieces. And what I can say from all of them is basically they are linking the bottom to something like the highest amount of cases of this in the US, major bad developments of financials of companies or the whole economy. This kind of big panic situations will be a turning point, because until then the market can still go down, and then from there bounce back up and be as better and like never before, or even going into the regions that we had before, all-time highs. And so even as you're watching my vlogs, maybe you see that this can take even a couple of years. However, if it's the bottom, and definitely I will talk about it here on this channel, so make sure to like and subscribe. And we are talking about which stocks I would buy when we are at the bottom. So let me tell you, one of my favorite stocks will be Tesla. I think Tesla is a stock that everybody wants to own. Everybody wants to have a piece of Tesla, and they missed of the opportunity from $178 to $968, and therefore, you know, I believe that this is absolutely a chance to get in Tesla, and we see just a little bit of good news, and Tesla is jumping directly 20%. So definitely I will buy back my shares and even much more once we have a slight interesting view of a potential bottom. From a price target, it would be for me something around $250. I think $250. I would put all my cash into Tesla, or remaining cash. I'm also very interested into Disney. I'm interested into Apple. I'm interested into Amazon, and maybe also a little bit Wynn Casinos. They definitely was one of the stocks that was so beaten down, and I believe Wynn Casinos will be around when Vegas reopen, and towards the end of the year or even next year, Vegas will have a huge boom, and everybody, and also Disney will have a huge boom with their amusement parks. I just think that this will be huge turnaround stories. Let us talk two more things. Cases. I just saw Italy announced 5,000 cases, new cases of this health crisis, which is still climbing up. So even Italy didn't really found its peak, and I just saw some data today that based on this and based on the data of China and South Korea, we think that in the US the best case scenario would be around 120 if we take good measurements. If not, then this can be just the beginning of the end. So as yesterday, Bill Ackman was very interested there by closing the borders, or closing the whole world for 30 days, which I think, you know, it's a drastic situation, but it could work. It could work with everybody as just staying at home for 30 days. This would be something that definitely maybe could work out. So then tomorrow is the last day of the week. There's two things to think about. First, I hope that this will be a day where I can maybe increase a little bit on my shorts. Usually last Friday we have seen that there's a lot of short covering, so especially in the end of each quarter we will have a lot of options that are expiring, and therefore people are closing these options or shorts, and therefore, you know, it can be that we have a huge increase into the stock market, and then over the weekend we maybe have again many bad news, especially I think New York City area have huge problems fighting this thing, and I hope they can you know, put it on the side not too long, because as longer we go, as more bad it will be for economy and for us as a human. So stay safe, and I see you tomorrow.